emergency order of prohibition to ground all flights of the 737 MAX 8 and the 737 MAX 9 and planes associated with that line. The safety of the American people and all people is our paramount concern.
9 on your side at 5 begins with that breaking news, and you heard it right there. President Trump has ordered all Boeing 737 MAX 8s and 9s grounded until further notice.
He added that both the FAA and Boeing were in agreement with the action. Boeing released a statement recommending, out of an abundance of caution, the temporary grounding of its entire global fleet of 737 MAX 8 and 9s. And you are looking right now at Flight Aware. You can see all of those are the planes. Pardon me, it's not a live look at it, but it was previously.
This is the way it looked at really when President Trump ordered this right around 2:30 today. That's how many of those aircraft were in the air. Right now there are about 9 of them flying over the U.S. and about 42 globally, so the number decreasing as those planes land.
And Southwest, American, and United Airlines were among the last carriers to fly the jet after one was involved in a second crash in just 5 months. Yeah, in late October, a 737 MAX 8 flown by Lion Air crashed off the coast of Indonesia, killing all 189 people on board. And then this past Sunday, we reported on this extensively. Another 737 MAX 8 crashed in Ethiopia. That killed 157 people on board. Since that crash, several countries have grounded the planes, including all of Europe, China, Indonesia, and Canada. 9 on your side's Jake Ryle joins us live right now from the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. Jake?
Yeah, Craig and Tanya, we know that Boeing 737 MAX 8 and 9 planes do fly in here to CBG, but not too regularly. They're very, very rarely that they do fly in here. So what kind of impact would these flights and planes being grounded have here at CVG? Well, aviation expert Jay Ratliff tells us the impact at CVG should be minimal. So that's some good news there for travelers. Let's talk numbers though. 2.5% of American Airlines fleet and 4.5% of Southwest Airlines are going to be ultimately impacted by these planes being grounded. Now we've taken small percentages of planes impacted, so that's a good news for folks that are flying out here at CVG or really across the country. In a statement, Southwest Airlines says anyone who booked on a canceled MAX 8 flight can rebook on any available flight with no fees or fare differences within 14 days of original travel. United also releasing a statement saying that they're going to use spare aircraft and rebooking customers to minimize any disruption. Ultimately, when it comes to a disruption, this really shouldn't have too big of an impact here at CVG, but if you are flying to, let's say, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, maybe one of those bigger airports, you might experience a little bit of a delay with all of this, depending on if you do have one of those MAX 8 or 9 flights. Now, we'll continue to follow this. We're going to be talking with travelers here at the airport, try to see if we can get a little bit more for you on WCPO.com. For now, reporting live at CVG, Jake Ryle, 9 on your side. All right, Jake, thank you. And the FAA also released a statement just a short time ago on the Ethiopian Airlines investigation, saying in part that the decision to ground these planes was based on evidence gathered at the site today. No mention on that specific evidence, though. The statement goes on to say an FAA team is in Ethiopia assisting the NTSB as parties to the investigation of Flight 302.